And yes, it's a labor of love. So the agave. Thanks, Maha, for the compliment. So thank you everyone for coming. Welcome to what we call the Abundant Exchange. I'm going to share my screen real quick. Yes, it's fine. All right, I hope everyone sees my slides. Thank you. So what I'm asking everybody to bring to this abundant exchange today is a sense of curiosity, a willingness to connect in breakout rooms. So I just want to give everybody a heads up. This is a bit of a workshop and we are going to be exchanging with one another in breakout rooms. So you know what? If that's not your vibe today, that's fine. But just so you know, it's coming for you. And an open document on your device, because we're going to need to do a little note taking and some copy and pasting. And then a piece of paper and a pen. So what is this going to look like today? Thank you, Dave. Well done. So what is this going to look like today? We're going to do a little intro and a warm up. We're going to share and discuss a framework about what abundance actually means for everyone. We're going to do the connect and exchanging part of the abundance exchange. Hopefully we'll have time for 3 rounds. And then we're going to do a little close. So why are we here today? We're here today, very simply, to create what we hope is a bunch of serendipity. So what is serendipity anyway? So it is creating the fact of finding interesting or valuable things. The key is by chance. So one of the things that is, part and parcel of the larger effort we're in to explore the possibilities of online collaboration is this existing idea that it's not as easy to create these chance meetings online as it is in real life. So we want to see, this is the experiment today. Can we together as a group create the conditions for serendipity, for these interesting and valuable things? So thank you for joining me. We're going to find out. So for example, if you were to put your location in the chat, you might find that somebody is near you. You might be able to have a coffee date. Yesterday in a breakout room during this exercise with Chris Bent, I met a woman named Jessica Campbell who lives in Kentucky, just a few miles from the tiniest village where my mom grew up. Like nobody's ever heard of this place. And she was there, and now we're connected and we're going to help each other out. Jessica Campbell, by the way, is looking for opportunities to consult in the US with nonprofits about their strategies. So in case you know anybody in those networks, let me know. So what we hope you take away today is exactly that. Maybe something you want to follow up with on your own directly. Maybe you get some ideas, advice, or insights from somebody. Maybe, hopefully, you come away with some new relationships. And to do this, we're operating under 3 assumptions. So there's plenty of research out there in this beautiful world that says visuals and stories make things easier to remember. And this includes humans like you. Second assumption, small groups make valuable conversations easier. And the third, very important, is it's a cliffhanger. I hope everybody's awake. Before we get to the third one, let's practice the first 2. And here's our warm-up exercise. So please grab the pen and paper that you had at the ready and draw a picture of your favorite food. So we're going to give everybody a minute. And while you're working on yours, I'll tell you a little bit about mine. This dish is called stinky tofu. That's what I said, stinky tofu. It's cubes of tofu that basically are fermented. And when I say fermented, really, I mean just kind of rotted in this amazing mixture of all these extremely pungent flavors. And it's kept in jars for weeks, months. And when they take it out, they fry it up and it smells like dirty feet. And it tastes like nothing else. It's so incredible. And my picture, like, obviously I'm the smiley heart emoticon. And a lot of other people are like, what is that even? And the only place I've ever found it is San Francisco, where I used to live. It's originally from Taiwan. Unfortunately, I haven't had the chance to get it in its like original place. So that is my food. So now, if you are ready, we're going to put you in your first breakout room, and hope you'll be in pairs or maybe a group of 3, depending on how many folks we have. And then your job is to say hello, introduce yourself, of course. And yeah, describe the dish that you selected and why you chose it. And if for some reason drawing wasn't available to you, please paint a picture with your words, right? It's the story that matters. Drawing is one way to tell that story. So if we could please open the breakouts for 3 minutes, we'll get started. Any questions before we go? Good.
Just to let you know, Kate, you've got 2 in 2 rooms and 3 in 1.
Thank you. Christina, did you want to go out to a breakout?
It's okay to me, thank you.
Okay, cool. Do you want to talk about your favorite dish? Tell me, Dave.
Shrimp.
Yes. Any particular preparation?
I think I'm drawing it raw, so maybe shrimp cocktail. Although it's kind of cooked, right? Even in shrimp cocktail.
Sorry, Kate, you're talking to me?
Oh, I was talking to Dave, actually.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, but Christina, if you'd like to share your dish, you're welcome to too.
Okay, this is my somehow dish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's an aubergine.
Yep.
You need to cut the aubergine in slices and to put it to marinate with vinegar and herbs in a jar, and let it stay there 1 day, 2 days. Okay, of course, you need also to grill the slices of aubergine, and then you eat it, and it's I like it a lot because I like sour taste. Sorry for entering late in the meeting, but they're quite tough days these days. So
no worries at all. I mean, yes, whoever is here are the perfect people. Whenever you get here is the perfect time.
Facilitation principles.
Yes, exactly.
Where are you staying, Kate? Sorry, I lost the introduction of your workshop.
So I am in Berlin, and
in Berlin.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. So, but I'm originally from the US.
Okay. I'm in Italy. I'm sitting in the northern part of Italy towards the Austrian border.
Beautiful.
I'm originally from Bolzano, which is in the South Tyrol in Italy.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, stunning.
Okay, just to let you know, I'm going to give them a 30-second warning.
Great. Thank you.
So I was at a conference last year in New York, and I went up to the information desk to ask about where another panel was. And they said, I actually have to get in a cab to go to another building because the conference was spread out. And there was another person at the desk asking about the same panel. So I turned to her and I said, oh, I think we're going to the same place if you'd like to share a cab. And so I asked her name, and we got to know each other as we're walking to the cab. And she told me her name. I looked it up just on random chance that she was on my newsletter list. I said, so I showed her my list and she's like, oh, that's me. And it was Jessica Campbell.
Whoa.
And so we shared a cab. Yeah.
Wild. See, it is fate.
Mm-hmm.
We're all meant to be together. That's great. She was lovely.
Yes, she was lovely.
Yes. Also, we both love fried potatoes, as we discovered in our breakout the other day.
I think there's a pretty high chance that most people.
It's true.
Like
We're pretty much engineered to do it. Welcome back. So I was just reviewing the chat. Some people have already gone over their favorite foods previously. So thanks, Maha, for letting us know. So yeah, is there any wisdom about favorite foods or recipes that you found in your breakout rooms, or any connections that you found particularly surprising or interesting that you would like to share?
Well, I will share only that my partner and myself in the breakout room both said that we don't have a favorite food that changes every day.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes, I feel that. No, we're lucky. I mean, we're lucky to live in abundance enough that we have exposure to all these different things. It's great. The other day I drew a taco. I'm in Mexico right now. Not actually, but I wish I were back here in Oaxaca. Yes, thank you. Anyone else? Nice. All right. So thanks for going with it. I hope everybody enjoyed the opportunity to engage with some drawing. So, yes. So, okay, I know you've all been dying to know, what is the third assumption? The third assumption is that we can create benefits that live beyond this workshop. This is the serendipity part. So what drop in the water is going to cause the ripples that extend for the rest of the day, the rest of the symposium, who knows, into the beyond. So again, that can just be things you want to follow up with directly, could be ideas, it could be a new relationship. And to help facilitate this, we need your help. So to make these connections easy, this is where the request for that new blank document on your machine came in. So we've done this a couple times, and we found that it makes it easier for everybody to connect if you've got your contact info ready to go to copy and paste. So, I mean, actually, we're such a small group. You can even copy and paste that into the chat now, and then everybody's going to have it for the entire thing. Whichever you want to do. If you don't want to share it to the whole group, that's fine. If you just want to share it with precisely who you want to share it with, keep it and then share it in your breakout rooms. Okay. So yeah, have that ready to go. Could be your LinkedIn, like Michael's already done. Yeah, you need the HTTPS on there for some reason, but we'll get there, Michael. So yes, so it could be your LinkedIn, email, website, whatever you like. It's up to you, and share it as you wish. Thanks. So then I'm gonna go through this pretty quickly because I want everybody to actually have the chance to talk, because that's why we're here. So what could serendipity look like for us? It could be finding somebody who can help you. It could be meeting somebody that you can help. And this is key. it could be actually helping somebody with something that you don't actually have yourself. So what do I mean by that? It could be that you, in your breakout room, meet somebody who's looking for a facilitator in Portugal. You're not a facilitator in Portugal. Maybe your next conversation is actually with somebody who's a facilitator that's going to Portugal. And you're like, hey, I happen to meet somebody and I have their contact info right here. How about I connect you? Wouldn't that be an amazing world? So essentially, you're like, Cate, what do you want from me? So we've got 2 questions we want everybody to ponder. What can you share? And what do you seek? And some people find it difficult to formulate these things, and that's fine. It happens a lot. So we're going to share a quick framework for how to think about these things. So this is a model called resilient abundance. It's from the permaculture community. And abundance means lots of things to many people, right? Today, we're talking about a few different kinds. It could be material. We're all very used to talking about material abundance. This is the physical stuff. It could be space, it could be tools, it could be equipment. There's also experiential, which we all have from the moment we enter this world. What lessons has life taught you? What wisdom do you have to share? There's intellectual, what we know and have learned, our skills. Social, critical, the connections, right? Our networks and the goodwill that you've created there. Spiritual, which is how we live, like how we relate to this world. Are we authentic with ourselves? Can we connect with something greater? Natural, plants, animals. I don't know, maybe you give tours in the mountains. I would love that. Financial, we're all very familiar with this concept. Often it's the emphasis, but it is not the only source of wealth. Critically, time. So time is at the center of all this, and we're using it whether or not we're doing it on something we want or not. So what is the point of all this? So we've all got lots of gifts to share, and we're all seeking something. And the strength of this, just like our strength, is in its diversity. It's in our diversity. That's what makes us resilient. So, exactly, Maha, thank you. The idea is you never know who you're going to meet. So again, these 2 questions, what can I share? What can I seek? So what can you share? This could be as simple as just your time today. It could be something super concrete like equipment. Your attention matters. And whatever you bring to this, it is enough. And what do you seek? What are you looking for? So sometimes this is difficult for people to actually say what they need. I talk to my therapist about it all the time. It's fine. So think about, if that's hard for you, we invite you to think about something. So think about what it felt like the last time you helped someone. I hope it felt good. So when somebody created the conditions for you to feel good by asking for help. And so by you asking for help today, you are actually creating the conditions for somebody else to feel good, which is pretty great. Okay. That might just be what you're seeking. That might just mean that what you're seeking is somebody else's story. And that's a beautiful thing. Okay. And so, for example, I am actually seeking opportunities to facilitate experiential things like Lego serious play. I do agave tastings as team building workshops, for instance. I would like to do more of that. I would like more exposure to that. And so I'm looking for people who do similar things or people who would like something like that. I would like to connect with you. So that is what I am seeking. And to help facilitate this exchange, we've come up with this way of documenting it for yourself. So it's a little tool. So think about 4 categories. If you want to grab that sheet of paper and actually draw it out, you're welcome to do so. Maybe you just like to keep it typed out on your machine. Whatever works for you is fine. So think about it in these 4 categories. We've got our wisdom. We've got our tangible abundance. And we've got our cultural abundance. For each of these, answer the question for yourself. What can you share and what do you seek? Is that clear for everybody? Any questions? Okay. So think about these. Take 3 minutes. No, sorry, that's too short. Take 4. I'll be generous today. And yeah, think about this for yourself. And then at the end of those 4 minutes, we're going to send everybody into your breakout. And you can share. And don't be shy if you have a question. Really, that's what I'm here for.
Is the 4th quadrant empty?
It is not. That is a big reveal. A little bit.
Okay.
You're ahead of the game. Could we have a tiny bit of music? Actually, no, that's up to me now, isn't it?
Would you like a bit of music, Kate?
Yes, if you can, that would be great.
Unfortunately, we can't share music with you because you're sharing your screen, and we'll only kill your screen if we put the music on. Sorry about that.
That is all right. I will spare everyone my singing. Nobody wants that. And about 30 seconds or so. Or if you're ready, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. We can get straight to it. All right. At this point, whatever you have is perfect. And yes, the final square is of all of the things you just wrote down. What is the thing you want to focus on first today? So what is the conversation you want to take into your breakouts? Okay. So yes, now we're going to start our first breakout. Finally, after enough of me, it's time for you to shine. So yes, in your breakout rooms, as it says in the chat, please say hello, and share. What are you seeking and what can you offer? Remember to take notes and share your contact info if it's appropriate. And yeah, make sure you remember who you talk to, because you never know who's going to be in the next room. So yes, we can go ahead and start the breakouts. We are going to give everybody 8 minutes each. Any questions? Hello, I hope it was abundant exchange. Welcome back. So welcome, Anna Maria. We lost a Michael, but we gained an Anna Maria. So the world provides. How about that? So I see some smiles, and that is great. Yeah. Would anybody like to give any impressions of what it was like to state what you're seeking? Thanks, Maha. Yes, everything's in balance. So, nice. Okay. Well, thank you everybody for going into the breakout rooms and being open with your seeks and your needs. We're going to do this 2 more times. James is working on the breakouts as we speak. So just in terms of building a little bit of the synchrony that a few of our presenters have talked about in previous sessions, I'm going to invite everybody to do a little mirroring or a little stretching if it's available for you, depending on where you're at. So yeah, let's just stretch out our hands a bit, the hands that we use to ask for things, the hands that we use to accept things. Thank you, Dave. Squeeze your fists. We rarely exercise these little muscles, so we use them so much. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Let it go. Flare, jazz hands. Thanks, Anna Maria. Yes, it's good. It's good. So yeah, with that, James, how are we doing with our breakouts?
Just one person to shift and we're on our way.
Yes. Look at that. On our way to serendipity, to abundance. Cool. So yes, here we go into our second round. Again, around 8 minutes. All right. See you soon. Hi, Anna. Are you out there?
Yes, hello, I am.
Hi.
Hi.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. We have a couple new community members. So exciting. So, yes, welcome, Hassan, Steve, and also Anna. Anna, if you would like to jump into a breakout room, you're very welcome to. So just as a reminder for the new folks and a reminder for everybody, the questions that we are discussing are what we're seeking and what we can provide, what can we share. So would anybody this time around like to share any observations or anything they learned? Any serendipity out there?
I'll share. I didn't do it today, as you know, because I was with you. I did it yesterday, and I found that it was really great to have permission to ask for what we were seeking. I think so often it's uncomfortable, and there's a hesitation to ask for things, and so I found it really cathartic, even to be. I didn't have to bring it up, right? We were told to do it, which was a lovely part of the agenda. But that it's all, I think in the realization there is that it's okay to do it and to make a point of doing it more often, because you never get what you don't ask for.
Ding. Thank you. Thank you. And that's it. And it is hopefully doing this more often. We build stronger communities through it. This is the cornerstone of what community building is about. It is this exchange. And you can't have exchange without giving somebody the opportunity to help you. So yes, I hope people are developing this feeling too. After we're going to go into I think, James, if it's not too late, maybe a little bit of a shorter breakout.
Yeah, no problem. I've set it for 6 minutes this time. There's 3 rooms of 3 of you in each. And hopefully
You're a
we'll be teaching
genius.
people.
Thank you.
Okay,
All
here
right.
we go.
See you in a bit. How did we do with the mixing? Did anybody repeat very much?
I don't think there are any repetitions. I've been looking through my list, but I think actually, because we had a couple of new people, it made it much easier to make sure that people hadn't tripped over each other.
The
So,
universe
hopefully they're all pretty new.
Yes. Oh, and just so you two know, I'm going to be a little rushed at the end because I got to get out at 11 because I have a client call.
Yeah, feel free to knock it off early too.
Okay. Thank you. Welcome back.
Good morning.
Good morning. So, yes, we're just 4 minutes to go in our time together. I want to say again, thank you everyone very, very much for being open in your breakouts. And so as our debrief, I would really love to hear. We would love to hear. Yes, thank you, Hassan. What did you think? I mean, what was your experience like? What did you like? What did you not like? Does anybody need your thanks today? Gratitude is always a lovely thing to share. So yeah, please drop it in the chat if you like, or really, if you've been speaking in the breakouts, I think you've probably met already in the big group already. Maybe you feel comfortable sharing with all of us.
Popcorn?
Sure.
I want to share.
Do it.
So I attended 2 sessions, two rounds. I joined in late. I knew about the format. I found it really nice. I took something away from each of the conversations, although we're really short. So that's very, the fact that you can land on something more concrete in such a short time, I think that's awesome. I love the fact that I think my learning is the more concrete you are into the things you're searching, the higher chances there are that either the person that you're talking to or they can come up with someone in their network. Maybe they know someone that might help you with that particular thing. So I've learned that the more concrete you are in the things you're asking and the things you're needing, the higher chances you have of finding a solution or a new contact or a new opportunity. That was my insight. Thank you for hosting.
Thank you. That's great. This is something that we can share next time we do this. So to help this be as abundant as possible for everyone. Yeah. Thank you. I'm glad you had awesome people in your room. I'm glad that you got to meet new people. It was my pleasure to facilitate. And as we said, we want to make sure that this lives beyond. So Chris Bent of Pickles created a document where everybody can put their needs and their offers. So we just posted that link in the chat. And yeah, please feel free to use it and spread the word.